It looks like it's 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the book club for Food Truck 201, Get Off the Truck. It was written by myself. I am Bill Moore and my wife, Melissa Moore. We wrote this book to help people get off the truck. Because unless you're getting off the truck, you have just a self-created job, and it makes you a cashier or a cook. And that's not always what business is about. Sometimes we have to do those jobs, but most of the time we should be working on the business rather than in the business. So let's go ahead and jump right into the material. Who needs this book? People that are already open and have a year under their business belt. They might recognize that, hey, it's not all that I thought it was going to be. I wanted a business, not a job. Could be for people that recognize there's financial opportunities that require improvement within their own business. Or it could be for people that are ready to operate a business as the owner. And like I said, stop being the cook or the cashier. It's for people that are ready to expand beyond a single truck. Maybe they want to get into franchising or just licensing their brand. It's for people that are ready to work on the business and cease working in the business. And it's for folks that just want to get off the truck, but still have a profitable food truck business. You can certainly stop with a single truck and never have to work it a day in your life. But we got to get to that point. And that's what this book is about. What do you need to start a business? 3 simple things. Know your product better than anyone, know your customer, and have a burning desire to succeed. That's what Dave Thomas said. Dave Thomas, in case you don't know, was the founder of Wendy's International. He started with a couple of restaurants in Columbus, Ohio. And back in the early days, you could go into those Wendy's and Dave Thomas would be on the grill. He would be the one cooking the burgers. So Dave Thomas was just like you at the beginning. He was in his restaurant, rather, making food. He was in his restaurant teaching other people how to make the food the way that he wanted it to be made. But he was there doing the hard work, just like you are on your food truck. So we're going to talk about the commitments. This is pages 9 through 30. So I want you guys to think about, what are you 100% committed to achieving? And certainly from my standpoint, I hope you're 100% committed to achieving a successfully ran and profitable food truck. So the 4 commitments you're going to need to make. Number 1 is you need to accept that you and your business must change. In order for you to make any kind of improvements, there's going to have to be changes, not only within the business, because those are easy changes, but sometimes it's got to be you. Perhaps your attitude, perhaps your skill level, perhaps your education level. There's something that's got to change. In order for the business to get better, you have to get better. You have to define and develop your business's culture. Think of the culture as a business personality. And this is reflected in a whole lot of different areas, and I'll go over those areas in just a second. Expect to invest time and money. Time would be attending meetings like this. Time would be reading the book. Time would be reading other books to help you get better at what you need to get better at. And you may need to invest money as well. You may need equipment. You may need more employees. You may need something that you currently do not have that is going to cost you money. You got to expect to have those 2 investments, because they help you to become what you want to become in your business and in your personal life. And then you got to be decisive. And it's a little windy outside today. You got to be decisive. And what that means is, when you make a decision, you have cut yourself off from any other possibility. You don't go, well, maybe I should do it this way. Maybe I should do it that way. You sit, you weigh all the pros and cons, and you make a decision, and you continue to move forward. When you're driving or flying or sailing from one point to another point, sometimes there's things that cause you to have to change course. It could be road construction. There could be turbulence. There could be a storm. All of those things don't stop you from reaching your destination. What it does is it causes you to take a little detour. So it's okay to make a decision and then it not work out perfectly, but you have to always be focused on what you wanted to achieve, what the decision was all about. So let's go over them specifically. You and your business must change. You may not want to admit the real problem holding your business back. It just might be you. If your business is not achieving the revenue and the profit you expected, then most likely it's a lack of leadership. And those are tough words to hear. And it's certainly a tough pill to swallow, because that is you admitting that I'm the problem. But the solution is very simple. We work on helping you to get better as a leader, helping you to get better as a teacher, helping you to get better as a trainer so that you can move the business forward. It's not difficult, but it does require effort. The problem is most people weigh the effort and go, I don't want to do that. That's too difficult. And they just give up. Do not give up. You and your business must change. Accept it and let's deal with it. Develop your business's culture. Again, that's the personality. But you want to have this personality that's built on some foundations. You must have no compromise leadership. All that means is once a decision's made, we don't change our mind because somebody says, well, but, because we hear that all the time from our kids. Well, but, we hear that from employees. Well, but, no, the decision is made and we're going to move forward and we're going to go with the plan the way that it stands. You have to be decisive. You have to know your purpose as a leader, your purpose as a business, your business's place within the community. All of those things have to be defined, and you have to know what you're going to be doing with each of those things. Think behaviors. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated. Think behaviors means you're looking at how you behave as well as how you want your employees to behave, how you want them to interact with the guest, how you interact with your suppliers and purveyors. It's all about the personality. You can't come across as a total jerk to your suppliers and then expect them to help you when you need help. They'll remember how you treated them and go, sorry, we'll do it for $500, when they could have only charged you $200. So you think about your behaviors and how you're interacting with everyone you come in contact with. You want to explain and train your cultures and values. And we'll go over values in a later video. But explain to your new hires what you want the personality of the business to be and how you expect them to act when they are on the clock, because you're paying them to act a certain way. If they're incapable of acting the way that you need them to act, they're not the right fit for your business. They're going to be dragging you down. Your website and your social media must reflect the culture. And what that means is, if you speak in a certain manner on the website and you speak in a certain manner on your social media, then you're probably going to need to speak in that same manner when you are on the food truck and then teach that to your employees. You don't want to have kind of a smart alecky attitude when you're talking on social media and then try to be professional when you're talking in person. Because now people look at that and go, well, which personality is it? We don't know who we're getting. If we ask a question on social media and get a snarky reply, they're confused. They don't understand. So be consistent across your website and your social media. Got to be decisive. High-performing CEOs do not necessarily stand out for making great decisions all the time, but they do stand out for being more decisive. Fear can be paralyzing. What if I do this and we fail? Well, what if you do it and you fail? Pick yourself up and go. So don't be paralyzed by fear. Certainly analyze, but we don't want to overanalyze. Look at all the pros and cons, make a decision, and move forward. Set a deadline. If you have a big looming decision, give yourself the opportunity to do the research and do the analysis, but also set a deadline that forces you to make a decision. Seek help from others. That's what coaches are for. That's what mentors are for. That's what your peers that are willing to help you, that's what they're there for. Seek help. and then ditch perfection. You're not going to be 100% perfect everything that you do. So don't try to be perfect. There's just no point. It's a time waster. Now, here's 2 questions that I want you to ask yourself, and we'll close out with these questions. If you're going to make any decision in your business, have it answer these 2 questions. Will the action increase sales? Will the action increase profitability? Ideally, it does both of them. So you got to ask yourself, I have this decision. Let's just call it, I have this X decision to make. And then you answer the questions. Will it increase sales? And you go, well, probably not. Then why are you doing it? Why are you wasting time on it? If you can answer, well, will X increase profitability? And you go, probably. There's a reasonable chance you should do it, but you really need to figure out a way for that to also increase your sales. If you can do both of those things, then obviously you got to do that decision. And certainly you don't want to have the opposite effect. The action increases sales, but it hurts profitability. That's where a lot of giveaways hurt the business. You can actually give away your business to the point where you go bankrupt. And let's do coupons. Let's do a 20% discount. Let's do a 30% discount. Let's do a buy one, get one free. And you can do that to the point where you don't have a business anymore. So will it increase sales? Will it increase profits? And if you can answer both yes, then go for it. Okay, on our next video, we're going to be talking about pages 31 through 36.